feel like I'm about to throw up, but I also feel fine. Doing that might be harder on your stomach than just eating a roach. These are the prices you have to pay for the gain. It's Monday, and we're not really doing a program right now. So we're going to do a lot of snatches and a lot of clean and jerks, some squats. And I have this goal to strict press 100 kilos. So we're going to do some of that afterwards. But it's going to be upper body accessory. I'm working on a new program that's not going to be out for a little bit, but just know I'm working on it because I got to see if it works. It's a weightlifting bodybuilding hybrid thing, but I got to get jacked because if I look like this and try to sell a weightlifting bodybuilding program, I'll sell like 2 or 3. And it'll be a big waste of time. So that's what we're going to do today. There's something else I should say. I just can't think of it. Our goal for the snatch, if we can get up around 140, clean and jerk, if we can get up around 75, 80. I think we'll do a back squat triple, maybe around 220, 230, and then some upper body. So we're going to try to get in the flow here. We'll see what happens. So whenever my knees hurt, this is like one of my go-tos, like when they're really crusty, is I'll just get in like a split position, similar to a split jerk. I'll get my back hip into extension to where I feel a stretch in my hip flexor, and I'll hold that and just kind of go through some lunges. I'll hold on to something most of the time, unless I'm feeling real brave, but I'll just hold that extension the whole time and flow through some, and you'll feel a bunch of stuff in your knee just get stretched out. It hurts like shit. It feels almost impossible when you start doing them, and then it gradually gets much easier. So I don't know if you guys have seen like the old Ilya training videos, but there's some workouts where he'll just wave up and down and go all over the place doing snatches for a while. That's what I'm thinking about for this workout today. So there's no set in stone thing we're doing. We're just fucking snatching. Back when I was at MASH, one of the workouts we would do is we would get to the gym and be like, we'd ask each other, like, what are you doing today? We would just say, I'm going to snatch for like an hour. And we would just see what it could turn into. Hangs, it could turn into triples. So that's what we're going to do today. I don't know what really it is. I actually do get a lot of questions about the bar. So that bar, if I'm not wrong, was like made for the Russian national team. And these collars, I'll show y'all. So you see, it's got a little lever right here. And you can see the way it works is when you pull it, this little groove comes in. That groove will catch here. So if you push it in enough, then you can tighten it. So it's not like the tension squeezing the bar doesn't keep it in. There's an actual groove that locks it in, which is why this bar for clean and jerks is like undefeated. Snatches, it's good too, but oscillation's a lot cooler on clean and jerk. And they don't sell it anymore. So you can just look at it in my video and wish you had one, but you can't have one unless you find one. And then if you find one, tell me, because I'll make an offer. I think we'll try to double this. If we miss, we'll try it one more time for the double. If we make it really easy, we'll go to 35 for a double. If we make it how I expect to make it, if we make it, go 35 for a single, then 40. But we'll see. feel like 35. Didn't feel the fastest, but it felt like it was right where I wanted it to be. Now we'll go singles. Oh, God. Felt to get caught on my fucking drawstring. So that was an effort miss. When you have an effort miss, I put more weight on the bar to force myself to try harder. It's like 4 pounds that I put on the bar. It's not enough to make a huge difference, but it's enough to tell me to try a little bit harder. It's bro science. All right. When I do these workouts where I just fucking roll and kind of do what feels right, I almost never, ever end on a make. So I'm taking the rules that I would give myself playing basketball in my driveway when I was like 13 years old, and I'm going to try to end on a make. Thing is, if I had that rule and I went up, started missing 45 over and over, then it becomes a lot harder. So 42 is good. We're going to stay there. It's a good Monday number. We're going to run through some clean and jerks and some squats. We still have gas in the tank. I'm going to eat some sugar, but it's a high quality snatch. It was a good number to stop on for today. There will be more soon, I promise. All right, if you guys want to train with me in this gym, we have a camp October 24th to the 26th. The first camp was like a lot of instruction. This next one, there's still going to be instruction, but it is going to be all about the training. So it's going to be me teaching you how to train like a weightlifter. We're going to be in here, the recovery modalities, everything, what it's really like to train like an elite weightlifter. We're going to be doing training similar to what I would do if I was full gung-ho, no business, nothing that was distracting me, just weightlifting. That's what we're going to spend the weekend doing, October 24th to the 26th. About half the spots are gone. So if you want a spot, make sure you click the very first link in the description. That'll take you there. If you don't want to spend that much money and travel all the way out to Texas, I get it. I'm doing seminars. Those are a lot cheaper, and they're going to be everywhere. I'm traveling for those. Right now we have one in Warwick, New York, halfway sold out. One in Denver, Colorado, halfway sold out. So if you guys are anywhere close to there, go ahead and book them. There are more coming, but there are not any more that I'm adding that are going to be anywhere close to those. So if you're within like a 3 to 4 hour drive of those spots and you want to do it, but you're waiting on a closer one, it's not going to happen. So just go ahead and book those before it sells out, and I'll see you guys there. Clean and jerks. I'm going to try to take smaller jumps than I normally do, because normally I take big jumps on clean and jerk. So we're going to try to get to between 170 and 180 for our top set. And we're going to try to do 7 to 8 sets before we get there. So obviously this first warm-up set doesn't count, but we'll get flowing. I'm thinking 70, 100, 20, 40, 50, 60, 70. If 70 feels great, we'll go up. If it doesn't, we'll call it there. Every time I get back into training, as in every time I get back into frequently putting barbells over my head, my rack position is tight. Just from not using it, it shuts down and it closes off. So there's a process of opening the front rack position back up. And while that's happening, you're bound to get some elbow, shoulder, or wrist pain. For me, it's wrist. It was elbows last week. Now it's trickled down to the wrist. The best thing I do when my wrists are hurting is literally in between sets, just grab a little plate and just get blood flowing through that area. That way it can actually heal. Like your body's pumping blood when you're working out. So just get a little wrist pump. It'll kind of numb the pain while you're training, and it's just good for long-term healing. But that's about all you can do. With wrist stuff, it's just one of those things you have to kind of put up with until it's gone. If you're going to try to get really good at weightlifting, there's going to be pains that show up. And if you're not ready for them, then you're going to get very discouraged in the sport. So if you're hurting a little bit, that's okay. Just figure it out. It is going to be a 170 stop today. Wrist is just, I literally think by Friday it'll be fine, but it's just pissing me off. I don't want to start collecting bad energy with my clean and jerks. If I hate doing them and I continue to do them, it's not how you build a good relationship with your lifting. So it hurts right now. We're going to do what we need to do, which is 60, 70, then we're going to squat and try to get our overhead strong. When I do workouts like this, again, where I have no real program that I'm following, I'll set minimums for myself. It's actually a common word you'll hear in like the Bulgarian literature is minimums. It's like, yes, increasing your maximums is good, but increasing your minimums, like the absolute minimum you can hit on a daily basis, if that number goes up, your consistency goes up, and then the maxes go up. So if you're struggling to raise your maximums, focus on increasing your minimums a little bit. That way you can go into the gym and instead of being like, maybe I'll hit a new max today, I'm definitely going to hit at least this today. And if that definitely number just kind of keeps going up, you're going to turn into a better weightlifter without maxing the fuck out all the time. Even though I am all about maxing the fuck out all the time, it's good to be smart. Minimums, focusing on minimums it's a smart move. Ew. So that 170 felt about as bad as a 170 could possibly feel. Did not feel good at all. So I'm glad I set that number because I honestly don't think I would have made any more today. So we're going to squat. The way I'm doing squats right now, I'm a little injured out right now, but we're reintroducing some stuff. What I did was I was in Salt Lake City, did that video with the Buttery Bros and did clean pull plus low hand clean plus front squat plus jerk at 400 pounds. And ever since then, my right knee's been a little funky. So I've just been like testing the waters with it a little bit. So not dealing with like any injuries, just dealing with some pain. So for the squat today, we're just gonna do probably 5 total sets. We're gonna go 70, 120, 160, 200, then 220 for probably a triple. If we do 2 and the double feels like that was the stimulus we wanted out of today, then we're gonna stop there. But we're not gonna do a whole lot of reps on the way up. Maybe a couple at 70, a couple at 120, and then just singles all the way to 220. But we're not overloading the squats at all right now. We're getting that really heavy stimulus and just kind of cutting it there. Just keeping the central nervous system accustomed to dealing with these heavy weights without accruing more inflammation and pain is going to be kind of the goal here. So we're saving the injuries. We're saving the core lifts as the lifts that are going to fuck us up. Squats are going to help us. The lifts are going to tear us down a little bit. It's a balancing act. This is why my fucking wrist hurts. I can barely like grab the bar when it's on my back. Yeah. Ooh. Come here and check this out real quick. That's Kendrick Ferris' signature. He was here and he taught the clean at the camp. And there will probably be a cool guest pop in at the next one if you want to meet some cool weightlifters. Actually, I can guarantee you there will be. I'm not going to tell you who, but I'll drop some clues along the way to let you know. I think I'm going to get I'm talking to him right now. Stomach is I don't know. I feel like I'm about to throw up, but I also feel fine. I ordered Chipotle at 11:30 last night because I ordered Shake Shack before it, and there was a roach in the bag, and I was like, I'm not eating that. And it turns out I ordered Chipotle, had double chicken with everything, like extra everything. The burrito was like that. I ate it all, and then I had a pint of Jenny's gooey butter cake directly after that. Turns out doing that might be harder on your stomach than just eating a roach. So I think I fucked myself. I also had a pound of ground beef right before I came in here. These are the prices you have to pay for the gains. If you want to squat a lot, you got to be burping through sentences for the rest of your life. We're doing 2 for sure, maybe 3. 2 feel good, we'll do 3. Yeah. Woo. Better than I thought. All right, so my best strict press ever is 91 kilos. That was almost 10 years ago. That was in May of 2016. So 9 years ago. And I did a full pressing training cycle to get to that. So we're going to try to get to 100 kilos. I feel like in 9 years, my overhead should have developed a little bit. My shoulders got wider. I got deeper I was literally going through puberty when I did 91. I think it should be higher. So we're going to train it a little bit to see if we can get to 100. I think I should be able to get to 100. It's kind of crazy that I clean and jerk 200 kilos, but I've only strict pressed 200 pounds one time. I don't think that should be the way it is. So we're going to do some presses. Woo! This made me scared to shit myself more than squats. Woo. Shit. All right, guys, we're done today. We've reached failure. Leave it in the video. That's why we got to press more. Because if you fail 75 kilos, then you get embarrassed. But I want to fucking wear this one on the chest. So we're going to put that on YouTube. And I'm going to press 100 soon. To be fair, I did do 85 like 3 days ago. So I'm flaming too hard, but you can make fun of me a little bit. I'm going to show you one thing you should do when you're training upper body stuff and weightlifting. I got to get these plates off. So I'll be back in a second. When you're training the upper body while training the Olympic lifts, something you have to remember is your upper body, while it needs to be stable and strong, it needs to be able to move well. Your scapula needs to be able to move across your upper back. And if you're doing a ton of pressing and movements where you're stuck here using the shoulders, there's not going to be as much motion throughout the shoulders as there needs to be. So what I like to do is just prescribe dead hangs with straps. This is probably going to help my wrist too. But these are medicine for your back, for your rack position. I have sweat in my eyeball and I just strapped up, so we're going to ride that one out. But just here, collect 10 minutes a week. So 2 minutes, say, 5 times a week, just hang. And you're going to be really surprised by how different the overhead feels in literally just 1 week. It kind of sucks the first time you do it. You feel a lot of weird pulling in your back. Obviously, if it feels too weird, don't do it. But I'll be here for the next 2 minutes and then I'm going to outro. All right, that's Monday. So the way these videos are going to work for the next month or so, expect one a week. Tuesday or Friday are going to be the posting days. If you don't see one Tuesday, it's going to be Friday. If you don't see one Friday, it's going to be Tuesday. But we are putting a little more effort into these YouTube videos. So if you guys could give them some love, do the like, do the comment something. I don't give a fuck what it is. Just comment anything, please, for the love of God. And get some podium supplements. It's good stuff. I used it today. Take that and put it in your hole and swallow it. It's good. That's an athlete pre-workout. Fuse is also really good, a little higher caffeine content. Barbell Apparel. I train in these sweatpants or joggers all the time. These are the Recon ones. When it's a little hotter and I know I won't have AC, I'll put on the ultralights. But honestly, I like the way the Recons feel for squats and stuff like that. So look into those. And of course, if you want me to coach you and teach you how to do the lifts, book a seminar. If you want to train really fucking hard with me for a weekend, book the camp before it sells out. It's going to sell out. I promise. Sold out extremely fast last time. It's still up right now, so you still have a chance. If you want to train with me, sign up. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next week.